Hi, my name is Bruce Milligan, and I'm the founder of White Lake Consulting in the Chicago area. And what I want to show you today is what I call the point guard selling system. And this arose out of my frustration, quite frankly, of being in tech sales since 1982. And that entire time, I was selling technology from a variety of different companies to state and local governments, higher ed, K through 12 institutions. And I found a lot of issues in the way that sales was being handled, and I developed a system that I feel fills a real need in the market. So I'm going to skip over new accounts and how to do playbooks and things like that, and a lot of the dashboards, and just focus in on what we call the strategic account review. This is the half hour, 45 minutes, or in some cases an hour long meeting with the customer to discover more about what some of their key issues are, what some of their pain points are, and also position your product more effectively. So I'm going to start in with the research tool. Now the prototype is, this is just for a demo. So the prototype that I built for this is just in Microsoft Forms. We ultimately put it into Power Apps, and I'll show you an example that I've put in with another customer here in a minute. But so in here, the rep presses the appropriate button, and then it prompts them along to enter in the name of the institution, the rep, who we're talking to, the date, any other information like how we got to this meeting, and then they submit, and then that information is captured and sent to AI. Now, what AI does, because this in itself isn't any big deal, but what I found missing is if the rep has to focus in on two things at once, asking questions and also looking over the research that was done, things don't flow very well. So what happens is when the reps push the button for the form for the review meeting, the answers to the questions are incorporated into the final review form that's shared with the customer. So this was so as the reps going through these questions, they don't have to toggle back and forth to another screen or look down on their paper. This already has the question built, has the research rather built into the questions. So that's the first part of this. And then this is just a standard branching. If student success is the main thing, the system will bring up Kalamazoo College specific information so that the rep doesn't have to try to remember it. If it's about accreditation prep, then it talks about the K, which is the Kalamazoo College plan. This is my alma mater, by the way. So it talks about the flexibility that's inside the K plan and how do you coordinate updates. But getting back to student success, the way that these pivots work is if they say, how are you tracking progress and intervening? If they say, well, we're using dashboards, this is where some of the best practices come in, where you can incorporate some of the feature, and I'll call it differentiators that you might have that give your reps better insight into how to navigate through this. And then if they say yes to that, it'll basically go through and answer all the questions. If there's limited access by research, you can put notes in here. I'll show you how we do notes actually in the final system. And basically, if there's no consistent process, how do you decide? So it prompts the rep through everything. And then once they press the submit key, the system goes out, puts in an automated, through AI, a automated report that then can be shared with the customer. And what this does then is it gives the rep and the managers insight into what's going on. And again, I believe that this is something, in talking with other clients who've implemented this system, that's sorely lacking in the industry today. So I'm going to transition real quick into another customer example. So this is one that I'm working on. This is a live application. And the way it works is they would put in the name of the account. And I just want to show you how the notes are actually captured in here. So this is the way the screen actually looks. So it talks, and this is the state and local government version of this. And it talks very specifically about, this is an Autodesk implementation that's going on here. But then when they put in the notes, the system has the notes that are right on the screen. So it's actually a mini CRM system that captures everything in a SharePoint-based CSV file, an Excel file, if you will, that can then be used for dashboards or integration into your CRM system. And we've implemented this at many, many customers who already have a CRM system. And the CRM system is good as an overall view of what the sales pipeline is looking like. This is really a specific tool to help you get new customers. It's as simple as that. So I thank you very much for your attention. The report that comes out of it is an AI-based report that can be put into a PDF. That's what this form is right here. Sorry for doing a little bit of dragging, but this is the report that comes out of it. And it gives the rep a lot more documentation on it. And literally, you could send these notes out um, right after the meeting is done. And I think this is really something that is lacking today in the tech world. So again, thank you very much for your patience and your time. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me at bruce@whitelakeconsulting.net. Thank you.